Hey y'all, so this is Rob. I'm coming to you right after my very incredible energy working session with Brenda doing the beam technique, which is a very interesting form of Reiki slash energy work. And what it has done. Sorry, I almost crashed into a car who was doing a U-turn at a stop sign, which is interesting. Anyhow, like I said, this is raw and edited. This is my real life. This is not a staged, studio edited, artificial process. This is real. This is me. This is the life that I live. This is the life that many of us live. It doesn't need to be specifically glamorous. It is reality. The reality that we chose to live. So I just finished healing, releasing a ton of information, stress, trauma, issues that have been plaguing me for arguably my entire lifetime and many lifetimes previous to that. So I'll tell you all that I'm more than happy now and lighter than I've ever been. This is a milestone in my life. Today I'm doing 3 types of therapies. Transcranial magnetic stimulation, I did that this morning after doing it again last night. I just finished doing the beam technique therapy, and I'm about to go into myofascial release, which is the physical release of traumas that occur and get trapped in the body. So it gets trapped in the fascia, which is the soft muscle tissue. So trauma, grief, pressure, anxiety, all sorts of energies get trapped in the physical body. That's if we can't process them at the moment, if we don't want to process them, or they're just far too much that they would overload our nervous system if we were to try to. So I know that I've got plenty of it, and I'm trying to remove it. So it's a progressive process. We arguably spend our entire lives doing so, and we try not to pick up additional karma. So in this process that I'm engaging in right now, I'm crushing and getting rid of and processing and letting go of tons of myself so I can be lighter. So that what? So that I can have connection to my highest self. Why? Because I have a holy mission. What is my holy mission? Living my authentic purpose in life. What's my authentic purpose in life? Showing people the way to live theirs. That's what I've always wanted to do. Give love, bring light, heal, help, talk, support, create a beautiful energy and live in a beautiful energy and show other people how to do the same thing. So while I'm in between these sessions of healing and dropping, and I'm doing my job. Does this sound like work? Yeah, it does, because I'm giving my energy out there. So, but this is the thing. You get unlimited energy from the source of all things if you are living your authentic life's path. How do you know that? You just feel it, because I'm not drained after I do it. I don't feel like, oh man, I gotta go to the office again. What does my boss want? No, I don't have any of those feelings. The feeling that I have is, oh dude, I've been dying to have this. I've been dying to let this go. I've been dying to tell the whole world with my big fat mouth that I used to use to earn tons of money as a sales rep. That was a great experience to teach me how to use my skills, put them into use in a business setting, in big, huge corporations. I've worked for multi-billion-dollar corporations. I've been successful. I've sold millions of dollars worth of software and hardware. That's me. That's my story. And now I'm doing it for why. I'm working for the man, woman, entity, source above. Why? Because this is the best deal in history. I'm getting unlimited pay, benefits, weekends off, vacations, fringe benefits, whatever I want. That's what you get if you work for... And this is the thing, God has become a dirty word down here. I'm not going to say down here because I'm no longer in the third dimension, but third dimension, first, second, God is a dirty word. Oh my God, this person must be a Bible thumper. No, I'm not a Bible thumper. I argue with Bible thumpers. Why? Because They say, no, you got to see things my limited way, usually, or you are blaspheming. So that's not God that would ever say anything like that. That's the other guy. So at the end of the day, I'm saying right now, the best thing to do, find your way to your unlimited potential, because you'll get unlimited energy, unlimited pay, unlimited abundance from the source of all. All of what I say is backed up in science. All of what I say is backed up in every single religious faith, especially Christianity. It is talked about. Live your authentic truth, follow Christ's path, and you will be on the path of God. You will receive the kingdom of heaven's blessing in abundance. So, the spiritual community, the what do they call it? What do people like to label that box that has no edges? Is a box that has no edges a box, or is it just nothing and everything? No, the ego can't grasp that. So that box, that's certain people like to box these beliefs into, is called New Age. So I've been called a New Ageist, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. No. New Age just means lack of division. That's what I say. I'm a perennialist. I was labeled that by a friend, by an old friend. A perennialist. What the hell does that mean? That sounds like another label. Label that egos create to judge and group and separate and segregate things. And you know what happens when we use faith and belief in God to segregate and separate and divide and conquer things. Ring any bells? This entire continent we live on. What is it? This entire continent, South America, Central America, the Caribbean, what is it? It is land that had been pillaged and plundered by the Roman Catholic Church, basically. No, sorry, they were missionaries. They were explorers. They were, what other nice words do they have for them? Whatever. And listen, those are my ancestors too, so I can't even be mad. It just is what it is at this point. It's just the process of how this theater played out. So, yeah, this is what happens when you pick too many sides in a religion and say, you need to pray the same direction that we're praying, otherwise you will be trampled under our boot heels. And that is that's what colonialism is. And that whole process of creating, discovering continents, that creates a lot of karma. It's not nice. So I like to drop those labels, and I like to go back to source. Do you think God said, let there be 657 religions and let you all be killing each other constantly day and night? That really doesn't sound like God. Once again, that sounds like the other guy. So if we really want to be one with God, you got to drop the other guy. Thou shalt not, you cannot serve two masters. So that means you cannot serve God and Satan at the same time. You got to choose one or the other. So that's what that means. The lower or the higher, or the dark or the light, at higher levels of consciousness, those are not separate things. Those are not good and evil. It just is what's left and what's right. It's like day and night, literally. So is the night evil? Is the night terrible? Is the night worthy of judgment? No, it's just, it has to be dark for a little while. And then it turns light again, and then it turns dark again. That's the same thing with calling something evil. You're literally judging it, giving it a label, calling it a name, insulting it. You are saying, when you take up the arms, the weapons of judgment, what you do is you create an opponent. You create an artificial opponent, a fictitious opponent, so you can externalize the battle that goes on inside yourself. So, yeah, those people of the night have attacked me because I'm the light. A lot of light workers say that. Oh, I live in love and light only. Yes, you chose to live in that frequency, but do not deny that you are just as devilish as the devil. Why? Because we have all these pieces in them. Why? Because God created all. Why? Because God wants you to choose. What do you want to be? Whose team are you on? Very simple, just like a video game. the reds or the blues, the blacks or the whites, and that's don't say that, right? That's politically incorrect. The reds or the blues, the yellows or the greens, whatever the heck you want to call it. These labels are just so silly. And we use these labels to constantly, I won't even say identify ourselves. This is what we use to keep ourselves in a fictitious state, an imaginary state of division. Yes, everybody must have their identity, but that identity should never become a wall. That identity is the bridge to your brother, sister, or other. It's a bridge. In the Quran, it says, Allah says, I have made you different so that you may come to know each other. I have made you in pairs. Why? What do pairs do? Pairs automatically signifies that they are meant to be together. But how? By first seeing the differences and then noticing the similarities. That's how. The light lets you see the dark. It's called contrast. The divine masculine highlights the divine feminine, lets the divine feminine have their piece, their place, lets it shine bright. So when you see that divinity, that is beautiful. That's beautiful. And that's what we're all looking to do, is see and feel that divinity. So don't judge that person that's in front of you, because that's the lowest common denominator. That's the lowest sense you can use to understand somebody. Okay, naturally you may decide to do that first, because we all have the ability and also the right, we have the source given right to judge somebody. But before you do, remember, like Will Smith used to say in The Fresh Prince, people that live in glass houses shouldn't throw hard stuff. He's paraphrasing, let ye without sin cast the first stone. So if your script, if your bill, if your debt is clear, then you can start to criticize. But otherwise, shut your damn mouth, because you don't know. You have a lot to answer for yourself without involving yourself in other people's affairs. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to this. I love to hear myself talk, because I get to learn from myself, which is really interesting. We all do. So keep talking, keep shining your light, keep shining your dark. We all need it. We need everything that you are. So don't judge yourself first. If you judge other people, it's because you judge yourself really harshly. So don't judge you, and ye shall not be judged. Love y'all.